Oh my God.
Cool.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Top of the time zone. I'm Alan C. You're with Johnnie J in the house, here on the Innervision FM universe. You're not going to want to miss today's podcast. Brought to you by Bonefields Foundation, Christian Brothers Moving Company, Englewood, Colorado. Also, Richard Damiano of the Littleton Eye Clinic. Stay with us.
Oh my God.
That's who we love, and that's who we serve.
Blah, 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 blah.
It's running out? Yeah. Hi, everybody. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown. I tell you, this business is on. My man is on. Check him out. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown saying stay with it and hit it.
Okay, thank you very much.
It is so nice. It's so nice when everything is working fantastically, huh?
Cool.
And you haven't had any shut-off problems since you got your new laptop, right? Or your
No,
new computer?
no. See,
I wonder. I won't say anything.
I'm gonna pass that down to my wife and delete Zoom on there because it only happens on when I had like Zoom. So, yeah. So now she has the 2018. She has the 2018, fairly newer than the 2011 computer.
I can't believe you're still running those old boxes.
Yeah, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one. I mean, I guess I can sell it. I guess maybe.
Maybe.
And my computer just died was from 2010.
2010. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's just proof, folks. It's not always
It's a
true.
home built though.
Well, yeah, that's a big caveat there is when you have a home built computer, they tend to possibly last longer. But bottom line is this, man: latest and greatest every year, the newest operating system, the newest computer, the newest this, the newest that. It got us into a bunch of trouble here in America. We're now 35 trillion in debt and counting, ladies and gentlemen. We got a fun show for you tonight. This is in conjunction, also brought to you by the Center for Government Accountability. Who is the Center for Government Accountability? Well, I am, you are, and we are all together in this. And so I figure, a veteran friend of mine and I started this organization probably about 10 years ago in order to, kind of shed light on the United States Constitution, the inner workings of the foundation of this, the greatest political experiment ever to take place in our history. So 10 years ago, when we started the organization, we aim to get people in here. And my dog is barking here. Hey, that's enough. Hey, that's enough. So we aim to bring in people from all walks of life, all different political groups. You don't have to be a Republican. You don't have to be a Democrat. You don't have to be a Libertarian. You just have to be an American. That's really the only prerequisite.
You don't even have to live there.
You don't even have to live in America to be part of this Center for Government Accountability. All you've got to do is love freedom, love liberty, and love the wisdom that was passed on by our founders of the United States Constitution. One of the greatest documents ever to be written. And sure, it's not perfect. Sure, there have to be changes from time to time made to it. But those changes are difficult to be made to the United States Constitution for a reason. So we're going to talk a little bit about next week. We'll have a little bit of a Zoom call, talk a little bit about what the Center for Government Accountability is. We're going to talk a little bit about Project 2025 versus Agenda 47. There are differences, and there are reasons why some people really gravitate towards what's in Project 2025 versus Agenda 47. And we'll talk a little bit about why sometimes that can get mixed up and misconstrued. Some people might believe that some of the articles written about in Project 2025 are attributed to Donald John Trump. Certainly, some of these things are common sense. And so it shouldn't be Agenda 2025 or Agenda 47 and any of this stuff, Project 2025, Agenda 47. It shouldn't all be all inclusive and all, what we're trying to do is just unify the entire country. So if you want to be part of this, stay tuned to Innervision FM, and we'll provide some of the information necessary. Also, follow me on Facebook. Set up the Center for Government Accountability link to the Facebook page and get that sent out. We're hoping to have this set up for Tuesday evening.
Join our Innervision FM group. On Facebook. Join our Innervision FM group, and if you can support us with a donation as well. I've been trying to get the 90. I guess it's 103 people. Well, one of them did. To support the nonprofit, and I don't want to make it a private group. I want to make it a public group, keep it out there and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So
So we want to thank Bella for a $45 donation. So thank you for that. And
yes.
So I totally lost my train of thought.
We're talking about money.
Talking about money. So if you want to donate, the links are down below. If you want to help us out with some merchandise, all this originally, goes towards helping the disabled community or financially challenged community, kind of get some new income streams.
And also, we're gonna be at the Center for the Blind, Colorado Center for the Blind, on the 24th. I think it starts around 10 a.m. It's like marathon run, and so Tony and I think, isn't that kind of close to you, Littleton?
It is kind of close to me. I'm kind of going through some growing pains myself, and I've been flirting with homelessness for a while, and so we are looking at spinning out my final 20 days. So you might come down there. And Tony just asked me if I would bring a fishbowl of hard candy. So there you go.
I'll be out there looking for some butterscotch. What is that other stuff called? The mint flavor, and maybe a few grapes.
Some different Jolly Ranchers, different hard candies and whatnot. That's awesome.
So you can dip into our fishbowl if you. And then support us by buying our T-shirts and all that kind of stuff. And then we're gonna have a concert, Make Hip Hop Great Again.
Oh wow!
This guy just contacted me and said he's coming to town on September 10th, and so there's going to be a link in there for you to go ahead and buy tickets. We have committed to at least 10 tickets, but we want to go more. Because Tony will get paid $5 per ticket. So so we got some stuff going on, and we'll be promoting that kind of stuff. Anyway, so hey, some of the topics. Did you guys got the? I've been getting some
list right here.
Yeah, I've been getting some interesting topics from this lady named Heidi from her newsletter, and so supposedly we have a hotel here in Aurora, and there's some kind of conflict on why they shut down this hotel. Some people
Oh
said
yeah, yeah, yeah. About the Venezuelan gangs.
yes. And I heard this lady, and I don't know if she's one of those radical advocates. She says, "Oh, us Venezuela, we just come here very peacefully." And they're trying to totally deny that they have let prisoners out of these jails, and some of these guys are coming here from their gangs and stuff like that, and they're causing havoc here. And they want to pretend like everybody from these other countries are such nice people. They wouldn't, pillar and kill people here in America because they love us so much.
Wow.
You know what was the record before all this happened for that apartment complex?
Yeah.
Meaning, was it a slum or was it a well kept apartment?
See, and,
You
and see, I want to interview that guy. That's one I want to see if I can get him on the show and say like, what did this stuff? What was your hotel like before? Or maybe contact because
talk to see if you can get a hold of some of the tenants, not
yeah,
anybody politically corrected, but
yeah,
tenants themselves that are getting evicted out of there.
yeah, because it's talking about like 6 days. 6 days is not enough, but it's like how long do you want to live in a place that has criminal elements in it that you can't even survive in this hotel in a normal way? It's like, shush. So I don't
Wow.
know. It's like you think you'd be happy to get out of there, at least hopefully force Johnston, since he okays all this kind of craziness, to open up the mayor's house, the governor's house. Nobody's
Yeah,
there.
he don't use it.
Yeah, open up a few of those rooms, convert it into some hotel rooms, and and do that. Hey, use that or they got this place that's multi-million-dollar um apartment complex that is just sitting there empty.
It is interesting because when I went down on Monday to apply for, emergency homeless type of transitional housing stuff, um, you know, I kind of got the idea that, well, first of all, I didn't get any sort of help being a blind guy usually, or a deaf blind guy in my case. When you walk into an area, somebody's like, "Hey, do you need to help finding blah blah blah?" Nothing. So I'm wandering around trying to figure out where a line is, or whether I should take a number from a kiosk and wait for my number to be called, or what the procedure was. Never did find that out, as a matter of fact. Um,
Huh.
but what I did end up doing,
What's the matter? You can't read the signs?
that's exactly right. That's exactly right. I was trying to use IRA, this service that the blind use to try to navigate even with. And they weren't really too much of help. They could read signs and tell me, basically where to go. Uh, but at the end of it all, I pretty much found out after I got uh, sorted out or whatever that they had just discontinued these programs just at the beginning of this week because, wouldn't you know it, the Biden administration is kind of under alleged investigation by the Social Security Administration because of some of the policies that have been enacted over the last, few with regard to some of our newcomer friends, coming in here and getting set up on Social Security benefits and things like this. It has some far-reaching consequences, such as setting them up to vote, such as giving them valid driver's licenses, things like this. But once you get a valid driver's license, you are automatically registered to vote, things like this. So, we'll be talking. It's going to be a spicy show on Tuesday because I want to bring up a lot of this stuff.
Oh,
Uh,
also, I just remember Friday afternoon I was on the Chuck and Julie show.
mhm.
So on Rumble. So if you want to look that up, I wasn't planning on, but I sent out this announcement. And so it's like, hey, she says, hey, you want to come on and talk about things? And they talked about Tina Peterson. So if you want to get
Tina Peters.
oh
Yeah.
Oh, Tina Peters, yeah.
yeah,
She is fighting for her life, both politically and some would say
it's just
in
harassing her.
reality. because of the
because
harassment.
they
because of what
passed a
she-
law after the fact, and so they want to get her on the law that they passed after what she did
Right,
legally.
right.
Yeah, Griswold, what a piece of work that
Yeah.
is, huh?
Yeah,
Oh
she's
yeah.
definitely a piece of work, and so we definitely
It's like
keep.
when I send my voting stuff in and it goes to the Secretary of State, and it's like, how can you trust this?
Hmm.
Yeah.
How do you trust that when you're dealing with a liar that's at the top of it?
Well, see, that's my biggest fear is going homeless, not being able to even have an ID to be able to validly vote, you know, in my own election. So I've definitely got to get this square for sure.
Yeah. And it's just there's a lot of just they're using the government, well, the weaponization of the government to go after their enemies. And
Right.
somehow I don't think that was what our founding fathers had in mind when they put together this country, because they already came underneath the king, who was unfairly taxing them without any representation, and so they wanted something different here. And here, these people who don't know the Constitution, who don't know, who don't really care about what this country could be, are just trying to chip away at it step by step. And that's why
Make
we
it
need,
into their own garbage heap that they had that they left from.
you know, I sort of like, I look at the New Testament when, like the book of Acts, when it said like everybody had everything in common, and but something told me that the disciples at the time, they weren't um ruling it over the people like these guys do. So I'm almost thinking like they took that, made this Marxist type of concept, then turning it, then socialism, but with men who have no spiritual background other than they claim to be a Catholic, but they want to murder babies, uh, have no uh, right to even implement these things, because they're implementing them as a king would, when they say off your, what, he won't listen to me, off their head, or choke him up. So it's like, so just putting this in Pelosi, where she says, I'm a good Catholic. Well, what does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean exactly?
Yeah, so it's like, and then of course, wasn't it like some kind of civil between the Catholic Church, who came after people and stuff like that, and it's just a lot of the stuff that's been going on. That's if people would just read the history a little bit and understand it, and maybe they're just drunk with power. Oh, and then I just saw this newscast. They asked Harris on the tarmac, when are you going to set up an interview? And she says, I'll talk to my team, and sometimes toward the end of the month. What is it? How many more days before the end of the month? 21 more days?
Yeah, we got 21 more days. One thing I haven't done today, but I did do this yesterday, and I did for sure do this the day before. I checked out the campaign site for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, and zero, nothing up there. Nothing. Like I say, I haven't checked it today, so I'd be interested to see. What do you guys think? Have you guys checked it? Like, share, subscribe, toss a comment down below. Let us know, what did you find out?
Yeah.
What are some of her policies that you can get behind? And well, are there any policies that you can get behind?
Yeah, she's supposedly she flip-flopped, and like what she did, she stood for, as close as like even 2 months ago. She's now had a change of heart, and
Like a dead carp.
yeah, it's like, geez, man. Now I'm figuring like and like that Stevie Wonder song in 1972, "You Haven't Done Nothing Yet." That's before he started taking the knee. He had an understanding, and I guess they came to him and said, "Stevie, you can't write songs like that anymore." Gee, man. It's funny how
Here,
that,
hold my beer.
Hold my
yeah.
beer.
Oh man. It's funny, like I guess when you get to be comfortable, it's like they can come to you and say, "Hey, you want to stay comfortable?" And you look around. Oh, and then these influencers on TikTok, they're getting paid serious money by the Democratic Party to trash, and they don't care. They got 10 millions, so many millions of people. They just care about getting paid. Oh, get me paid. So sell
I
my
was
soul to the
seeing
devil.
that the other day. Man, I was seeing that the other day, and I'm thinking to myself, where are these folks that are approaching these influencers? Where are these folks that uh, they're
Oh,
not approaching me? Now, what would happen if they were to approach me? I'm
mm,
20 days away from homelessness.
mm.
Like here again. But would I take their money? I mean, really? I
No,
mean,
I think they like to massage you with the money first, and then you say, "You want more?" Because they got to get you in the web first,
yeah, see,
and then
I
they
wouldn't
say,
even
I like a massage.
I like a massage, but I wouldn't even take the massage money. I mean, I'm
No.
sorry. I will take my chances. I will figure this out
Right,
one way or the other, but I will
right,
not sell out
right,
to anybody
right.
just
Also,
to get my own.
if you look at the crowds that supposedly she has, they are duplicate. You can see some of these influencers in the crowd, and they are also duplicating people using AI. Now,
Yeah.
if you know what it looks like, you can see that, oh, wait, that looks like a double shot like that. So even they have to even lie about the people that are going to their events. And then,
Yeah,
as you know, when she had Megan, the horse, whatever her name is,
Megan's a stallion.
they as soon as Kamala came on, people started leaving the place
They
because they
started
said, we
leaving the
don't,
place.
yeah, we
Yeah,
don't want to
yep,
hear it.
yep.
And you can see, like, when Trump does his rally, nobody leaves, unless they have to go to a restroom break. And that's not, they're not leaving in a mass to go to the toilet.
That's right. That's right.
So, so
Now
this,
she's layering video of people there. And one of my songs I did back in our day was called I Layered. I got one uh audio pick from a grade school up in the mountain here of my
Mm,
nephew and a
mm.
couple of his friends yelling and screaming on the playground, right? So I just
Mhm.
layered it into the song and moved it a little bit, advanced each track a little bit further, so it sounded like there was a whole playground full of kids in it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's
That's
just
something
easy
that's
to do, and video is just as easy as that.
oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
absolutely.
So this, so the trick is in what you is what what's that movie or book 1994? They'll tell you what they want you to see, not what you really see.
Yeah, 1984 was actually a really good book. I read it
It was
first when I
required
was
reading when I was in college, high school.
well, I read it first when I was probably 6 or 8 years old, and I could not understand it. Could not understand it. And then when I picked it up again when I was 13, it's just wow, it made a whole lot of sense. Opened my eyes, and then I started watching the great Rush Limbaugh. Uh, and that pretty much fixed it for me. When I was a political sciences major back in college and things, and I saw some of the stuff that was going on, I decided that wasn't for me. Now I should have stuck with it because, you know, who knows where I'd be today, but man, it's a dog eat dog world in the world of politics.
Oh, definitely, definitely, definitely.
How dare you?
But there
So,
is nothing better than to get involved at the local, state, and federal level. And you, Johnny, you are actually doing just that tomorrow. You're
well, it's
putting
going to be
together.
yesterday. Yesterday,
Oh,
I was
oh,
at
okay. This is
Confluence.
this is this is this is going out on Sunday, so you would have already done this. I hate time travel.
Yeah.
Um,
So
so
yeah, we were at the Confluence Park and has a fantastic. Then we went over to the Jip Cafe and
mhm.
had some great coffee and stuff like that. and,
So
and
there's going to be a lot of video on that later on. So stay
yeah,
tuned for some of that stuff.
I'll be
That's going
putting
to be
some of
good.
that up Saturday. Well, yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
And just and I might even like
Starting to sound like Kamala.
Yeah, right.
yeah,
Time. Let's talk
yeah.
about the passage of time.
Oh, and it looks, hopefully I'll have
Don't forget Parsley, Sage Rose, Mary.
yeah, yeah. Hopefully I'll have some funds together to get our stream lab back up and going again. It looks like it's getting closer. So a lot of crazy things going on, but a lot of fun things going on. So anyway, so we're gonna end it because I know Hey Joe has to go do some
Do some
stuff.
karate stuff.
Yeah. So hey,
All right.
we really appreciate everybody being here today, and well, I guess we'll see you Monday.
Yep. Don't forget to join us Tuesday for the Center for Government Accountability, accountabilityrevolution.com, Agenda 40, Agenda 2047, or no, I'm sorry, Agenda 47 and Project 2025. We'll talk a little bit about those if I can keep my words straight.
Yeah, and you have your partner on our show that day too, right?
Yes, indeed. If not him personally, we'll do some recorded clips, things like that.
All right, that sounds cool. All right,
Cool
so
beans.
Cool beans.
You guys have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too. God bless everybody. Have a great weekend in the Univision FM universe.
all right, see you guys later. Yeah.